Taurus, you are up for your birthday bonus reading. Now, as for this reading, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it's not your story, don't try to make it fit. I'm just a person here reading energy and tarot cards. You know your story better than I ever could. Now that I said all of that, let's go ahead and talk about this reading because, yeah, a few things to unpack here. What I'm getting, I'm trying to get comfortable with my stool. So I'm using an oracle deck, the Life Purpose Oracle deck, and then I'm using a tarot deck for clarification. What I'm getting here is that you've been holding yourself back, is what you have been doing. Hence why I'm titling this, Stop Holding Yourself Back. I feel for some of you, you've been holding yourself back because you feel obligated to someone else. It's almost like if you weren't carrying the burdens of others, you'd have more bandwidth to put into yourself. I also feel like for some of you, there's some type of guilt if you were to pursue what you really wanted to pursue. I do feel that too. And some of you might be juggling between the two options, or maybe more than one option, but honestly, I feel like it's two. I feel you think it's this one or that one, and it doesn't have to be that. I believe that if you take a step back and look at everything and really sit in it and think about it, that you could more than likely do both. It isn't a thing where it's almost like, I'll just use my mother as an example. She went back to school to get her degree at 40 years old. And she was working 2 jobs and going to school. It wasn't a thing for her, well, oh, if I go to school, I'm not going to work. Or, oh, if I work, I can't go to school. It was, okay, well, I'll just work and go to school. And that's what she did. And over time, she collected her credits and she got her degree. So my thing is, I don't want you to feel like it's, oh, I have to do this or I have to do that. There might be a way for you to do both, but you just aren't seeing it yet. Let's go ahead and get into these cards. And again, this could all be the same timeline or it could be different timelines. Take what resonates. Now, the first card that came out is freedom. You're free to do what you choose, which I really feel this was the first card to come out. So really it's saying you have free will, which I say that all the time in all the readings and everything else I talk about. You have free will. You have the freedom to do what you choose. Now, some of you may not believe that because Eight of Swords, air energy was one of the cards that came out. Eight of Swords can be about self-imprisonment because don't forget, swords deal with thoughts and communication. So, and it's air energy, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, if I haven't said that already. Because you're like, okay, no, this is what it is, you may be cutting yourself off from other things because you're in that Eight of Swords energy. I feel an Eight of Swords is like a prison. But what this is saying is that no, you're not in a prison. You're not in a prison. You're free to do what you choose. You just have to do it. Now, other card that came out for the Oracle is animals. You understand animals and communicate with them intuitively. Trust your inner guidance as the animals are part of your life's work. And as I said again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Some of you may not even be animal lovers. So this part wouldn't be for you. For those of you who are, this may be something for you. Now, the third card that came out is crystals. Your connection to crystals and gemstones is a channel for healing energy. Crystals. So some of you might collect crystals or wear crystals or gemstones. Take what resonates, leave what does not. And then finally for the Oracle, it says books. You connect to your life purpose through your involvement with books. So some of you might have an affinity for books, like you're always buried in a book. There may be something about it that you connect to. Or maybe it's something that's required for your work, where you have to work with a lot of books. Now, the star And the Knight of Swords came out reversed. And this is air energy, which is strange because I'm in a Taurus reading. Some of you might have strong air in your chart. Yeah, specifically, you might have Aquarius in your chart. Just throwing it out there. With this is going back to holding yourself back, where they're in the reverse. It's like you have star quality if you just take action. But with these in the reverse, it's like because you're not taking action, your star quality can't step forward and be seen by everyone. But there's a truth that you have to speak with the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords is also a victory card. More air energy. Again, Five of Pentacles came out where it's like you're on the outside of things. But again, I feel like this is by choice. I don't feel like, oh, people tried to keep you out of the club or something like that. I feel that whatever's going on in your life, due to those things, that is why you decided to step away from certain things, to step away from the spotlight and focus on other things in your life that you feel are important. But focusing on those things kind of puts you on an island by yourself, where it's like you're left out of other things due to what you feel are your obligations. And Pentacles is earth energy, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. You feel that you've been carrying burdens, you've been carrying loads. Some of you might have children, because if you notice in this Ten of Wands, which is fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, the person is carrying the two children on their back, meaning that it's heavy. Some of you might have children, a child or children, and it's been a heavy load. And that has been your focus. You may have things that you want to do. You may have dreams, wishes, and aspirations, the star and the night, that you like to take action on, but you're holding on to these burdens, these things that you feel take priority, because you feel that it has to be this and there isn't room for anything else. But what I'm telling you is, if you take a step back and really think about it, you may have bandwidth to actually do both. That way you can put the burden down. And mind you, this is the Ten of Wands. Tens are the end of a cycle. Following the Ten of Wands is the Sun card. This is about happiness. Now I'm going to have to throw it out here. Sun card is also a pregnancy card too. For some of you, maybe you found out you were pregnant, or you might be finding out that you're pregnant. And that might be affecting some of the choices that you decide to make. But the Sun card, again, is the happiest card in the deck. It is Leo energy. Also, it is healing energy. Also, it is illumination as well. So it's about things being seen, things being found out. It can also be an indicator of health, too, where there's good health. I'm not a licensed medical professional. I'm just reading the cards and the energy. Now, after the Sun card at the bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Wands, fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And Four of Wands is usually about a celebration, an upgrade, recognition. It can also be about moving. It usually deals with the home, is what it deals with. One thing I'm noticing, going back to the Ace of Wands, is that if you speak your truth, if you follow your truth, and it's kind of interesting in the Ace of Wands, and I had a card talking about books here, that your life purpose is connected to books. And if you see in this Ace of Wands, there's a bunch of books in there. And he has his hand on the globe. In the pre-shuffle energy, travel did come out. Some of you might be traveling. But what this is saying is that there may be something in books that help you find your freedom, or a book might be the key to your freedom. Again, I really feel it's a point of taking a step back and reevaluating certain things. But in order to do that, first you have to stop holding yourself back. All right? And that is your message. KIRWKC.com. Happy birthday to all the Tauruses out there. Until next time, Taurus, be blessed.